Whether it's a solo attack or a group attack, one of the big determining factors on whether or not you win a battle comes down to whoever has the best stats. In this video, we're going to go over the 21 different places that you can get statistics within War and Order. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's start with Alliance Technology. This is one of the very easy ones. If you're in a good alliance that is very active and people are donating, you're going to get pretty good stats just by being in the alliance. So if you go over to the War tab, for example, we're at level 6 here. We've already got 3% infantry defense that's added to my stats whenever I attack. At the next level, it'll go 3.5, etc. It'll go up as the alliance grows and as time goes by and we're all donating. That is your alliance technology. That is one of the easiest, if not the easiest place to get statistics. Another really easy one that you'll get just by playing the game is the stats that you get through your Lord skills. Within here, you can choose war or development. For fighting, you're going to want all of your stats here, all of your points going into war. And this you get just by playing the game. You can get Lord XP is what you want. Here, almost 33. I can get it either here from the Infinite War shop. I can get these. I try to buy them, whenever they're available. I still have a few I can get here. So tomorrow when I run another of my Infinite Wars, I can go ahead and get the rest of those. And you can also get them over here in the Star Ruins. Oops, wrong place. Here you can buy them with, again, just the crystals that you get just by playing the game. Easy stats to get. Another really good way to get, the best way, honestly, the best way to get your Lord XP is just by killing monsters on the map. So what I like to do is I like to get a lot of stamina potions, and you can get the stamina potions if you don't already know. You can get them here every day on the merchant ship. You can buy them. You can sell some of your resources and you can actually buy them that way, or you can use gems as well to buy them. I try to get as many as I can. It's really, really, really important to me. Obviously, the stats are super important, and you get a decent amount of stats from just your Lord skills, but also you get your SOS, your slaughter, some of the really important skills that you need in the game as you level up. All right, the next is research. So research here in your college, you can do it from the very beginning of the game. You get a research. In military, you can go down the list and you can pick the skills that are most important to you, the stats that are most important, and you can level them up. It's going to take some resources and some time. Those stay with you forever. As you level up, as you get higher, you'll get access at castle level 30, you'll get access to high technology. There's also some really good amount of statistics here that you will want. That's based on, that's realm invasion, but you'll have some that are not as well. Here, ranged attack, for example, both your attack for your archers and your mages, you can get it here, and you can move it up, I think 20 right there. Good stats here, really important for you as you go along. The invasion ones also are super important as they apply to anything that is against another realm. So it would be your Void, your Frenzy, your Fortress Wars, your Elite Wars, all really important. All right, so next is your equipment. So to build equipment, first you need your materials that you get. You get a lot of the materials from killing monsters, the rewards that you get, what you get from those monsters as you kill them. And then you can build them up and get higher level materials here. Then you use the materials as you level up your blacksmith. It's every 5 levels, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You will get access to different level equipment. It's really easy to do, and it is one of the best ways, if not the best way, to get a good amount of statistics for a very little cost. So a lot of the cost could just be time, and the statistics that you get are pretty good, right? And they're all depending on the level that you get here. The higher the level, the materials that you use, the better chance that you have for actually making something that'll give you more stats. So that's a great way to get stats. Another is your beast skills. So when you start leveling up your beast, you'll get access to these skills. You get some of the actual skills themselves in events as rewards, and you'll get fragments of them all the way through. You'll get them from your alliance quests, all kinds of stuff, and you'll eventually have access to these skills, and then you can level up the skills as you go, and you can get some good stats. As you level up your beast, you'll evolve it, and you'll eventually have access to the second skill slot, and you can change these skills out. You don't have to use any particular ones, but as you go, you'll have access to 4 different slots here. You also have, and I'm going to lump this in together, you also have skins, and these skins, as you level them up, they will actually give you additional statistics. Then also, when you get to your beast, when it gets to level 16 here, you'll have access to this beast talent menu, and within here you can use beast elements that you can get from events. And all of these things, of course, you can buy them as well. But you'll get these beast elements, and you can use the beast elements to level up certain statistics and skills as well. This is super important as you go. You'll have access to some really important skills, and a lot of your stats can come from here as well. I mean, you're not going to get all of your stats here, but you can get a decent chunk. All right, the next is the Star Palace. So you have the Star Palace from the very beginning of the game. And one of the things you'll notice is you have access to the Star Ruins. In the Star Ruins, you have a quest every single day. From the very beginning of the game, you need to make sure you're doing these quests. You should get both of these every single day. One of them here is the Birthstone Crystal that can be exchanged for any type of zodiac. And then you get this chest that will give you a random one. And as you go through the Star Ruins, you can fight these monsters right here to open up additional areas, load areas. And when you kill them, you get 10. You get 10 of a certain type of zodiac. And so I'm going to show you these zodiacs then will appear here in the Star Palace. And this is a great way to get stats. And because if you do those quests every day and you're actually mining in that Star Ruins and you get XP for that, then you can go here and you can pick depending on what you're doing. If your focus is infantry and mage, you'll want to focus on the zodiacs that give you those stats. I'm Archer Cav, so I'm focusing more on that. So that's where you see a lot of my focus within the Star Ruins, the Star Palace here in my Zodiacs. And so you can push these up, and there's several that will give me Archer Attack. I probably have 16 to 20 Archer Attack just coming from the Star Ruins. And I keep saying Star Ruins, but I mean the Star Palace. But this is a great place to get your stats. Here's another one with another 5% Archer Attack. So this is a great place, and you can upgrade these using the crystals that you get from the Star Ruins, and then you'll get additional stats that way. So here I might have enough to get another Archer Attack, and I do. So I just got an Archer Attack just by playing. I'm not buying this XP. Most of this is just coming from doing those daily quests, and actually you can get additional items from the ruined shop here. You can get these birthstone chests. You can get 10 a week, which is great. So it all adds up. As you play, you can build up your Star Palace and your Zodiacs and get a ton of statistics from that. All right, next is your artifacts. So, of course, your artifacts. Everybody says from the beginning of the game, focus on getting your artifacts. Artifacts. Yeah, it is really, really important. And from the very beginning of the game, if you start in a new realm, you're going to have access to a couple different quests. And those quests will give you access to the Goosely here, which reduces damage taken from mages, which is an excellent stat, and an attack boost. I didn't buy any of this. This all came with it. And then the Ganjing Moi, Ganjiang Moi. I don't know how to say it. But again, this one was from a quest within the game. And it gave me access here to health points, which is great. I've already moved on from that. Then from just, playing the game, you will get these coins that you can use to conjure. You can also get free conjures every day, every so often. I think you get 3 free in one day. And, you save up these points and then you can conjure, and when you conjure, you will get from the normal conjure, you'll get the blue and the purple, and from the mystic conjure, you will get the purple and the orange. The orange obviously is always the best that you can get. And so as you go through, you will get more and more artifact fragments that you can then combine into an artifact. And then the same thing, you can gather more of the artifact fragments to level it up and get additional statistics. You can also use this shop, and this shop is using the crystals that you get from when you conjure. So there's little quests here, and you get these here. You get these soul stones, and you can use the soul stones to buy things off of this shop. And I use this quite a lot. So these purple ones came, you get a ton of these as you go. And so you can get these quests a lot faster than you can do the mystic one. And every once in a while, you will have access to be able to buy some orange fragments from those quests on the normal quest line. So I try to do that every day. Try to see what I can get. I don't get lucky every day, but all right. And then totems. Totems are relatively new to the game. I think they've been out now about 7-8 months. They're really, really important. They're as important as artifacts now. And so within totems, you have the concept of a defense and an attack. So within the totems, you can, it's the same thing. It goes blue, purple, gold, or orange, or whatever you want to call it. And it's the skills that you get, the stats that you get go up accordingly. So the higher level, the better stats you will get. But from this one here, I'm getting 18 archer attack, which is what I care about here. I get 11.5% cav HP boost is what I care from that. And I get 5.4% critical strike and damage taken reduction, which was amazing for my cav. So it's really important there. Now, when you start the game, if you're not spending at all, you'll have access to these two. You'll have the hunting and the fertility totems. And what you do is you'll get these rune stones from quests every day, and you can use these to level up and get free statistics. Just so you see what I mean here, if you go to Oracle Square, you go to Oracle Quest. And so within here, you can do these quests, and then after a couple, it's not really a quest, you just activate it and wait an hour and a half, and then you will get rewards from that. And the rewards you get are these normal rune stones. You'll also get access to the purple superior rune stones that can be used in your purple and your orange totems. All right, but you won't get as many of those. So it's always a lot easier to get the blue here. And you can also break down what you get, and then you can buy stuff off of a shop. I'll show you real quick. So you can break things down, and then you can buy additional rune stones here. So if I want to buy these, I could do that. And then I could use those to help me upgrade and get additional statistics from my totems. You have an offense that whenever you send a march out, so if that march goes and it reinforces somebody, if that march goes and it reinforces a building, a tower, whatever it is, that totem applies there. The defensive is only applying those stats to my castle. So, and you can switch them around. And there's some timers and stuff involved there, but it's a really useful thing. All right, so after Totem, the next is the Colossus. So the Colossus opens up at castle level 19. And in the beginning, I'm getting these off of the Infinite Wars shop and from events. Some events, and some things like just training more troops will give me some of the Titan crystals that you need within your Colossus here. And so within the Colossus at the beginning, and it's still early for us, so I'm going to show you from the beginning, you can choose one to activate. So you could activate, your archer, your mage, your infantry, or your cav. And so I'm going to start with my cav and boost up the defense of that. Once I get this up to level 50, I'll get access to the very first skill, and it'll be automatic. And then when I get to 70, I will get an attack boost to all my troops, and then you will be able to eventually get up to the level where you can have 2 of these. So once you're able to do that, then I could switch over, say I'm Cav Archer, I would switch over and activate my second one, which would be Archers, and then I could build up my attack that way. But it must be activated to actually apply those statistics. All right, so that's the Colossus. The next is a city buff. So this is another really easy one. There's 2 different places you can get these buffs. The easiest one that's not going to cost you anything is when you're donating to your alliance, you will have access to Alliance Honor. You get that as you're donating. And you get that from other events like the Elite Adventures, Elite Wars, etc. And then you can use those to buy some of these buffs, like this increased HP of troops. That's when it says troops, that means all troops. So that's infantry, cav, and your archers and your mages and your angels. So it would raise it by 15% for 1 hour if I use, and I can buy this for 500. Same thing, there's one for attack as well. Did I pass it up? It's in here somewhere. Attack bonus for an hour. That's the easiest way to get it. You can also get it from using gems. So if you go in here, you can use different amounts of gems to buy different stats. So, for example, the HP bonus for 8 hours is 300 gems, or for a full day for 600 gems. So I like to keep these buffed up, especially if I'm going to be doing any sorts of attacks or if I'm expecting attack on my castle. All right, so that's your city buffs. So next is your decoration. So if you click here, your castle, and you go to decoration, you can get these. So these will come, these different decorations that you get, you won't have access to all of them. You'll get them from events, as well as these rainbow coins that you get from your premium packs that you buy. A subscription type pack where that gives you a daily reward. There are other places to get these as well, but that's where I get them all from. And then I save them up long enough with, like, I have a 3-day one applied here. This 3-day Wings of Glory gives me a 5% attack boost. I got this Eternal King in an event. It gives me a 7%. There are some that are better that give you attack and health stats. And they last for periods of time. So like this one, I have a 1-day one, but they go all the way up to 7-day. You can only get these in events. So you get them like the Void event, the Frenzy event, the Strongest Lord event, etc. There's different events that will give you access to these. Some of the, like this is a Christmas prelude. I think at the very beginning we got access to a castle decoration as well. I don't remember where it was, but we did. Here we go. So we got the Snow Castle for a day. This gave me 5% attack for a full day, as well as it gave me rainbow coins. You don't have to buy to get any of these. You can do, on the left hand side, you can do quests every day, which could be exchanging in the Infinite Wars shop, doing your ruins every day, which we'll want to do anyway, etc. So that's the decorations. So next is the crown skill. So once you do have your crown wars, and we haven't had them yet, I'm not sure if it's going to show me. So with the crown here, you get the Realm Lord will get HP bonus, attack, defense, etc. He or she, the king or the queen, will then be able to hand out titles, and these titles have different stats associated with them. So don't forget these. It's really important. It's one of the main reasons why you want to win the crown if you possibly can. These packs here are really good for different things that you can do, like getting the materials that you need to build your equipment and some gems and some other things. So That's the crown skills. And another one is, and I can't show it because there's not one going on right now, but there are some events in the game. For example, the Alliance Hunt. And if you get far enough along in the Alliance Hunt, for example, you get a castle buff, your Alliance castle buff, that will give a buff to everyone in the Alliance. And I believe that one is 5 attack, 5 health, and possibly 5 defense to your troops. So it's a really important one. Don't forget that. If you can possibly get it, it's another reason why you should try to be in a very good alliance, a very active, strong, lots of members in alliance. It's going to help you out in the long run. You're going to get more materials. You're going to get more rewards. You're going to get access to a lot of things you can't get access to in a smaller alliance. All right, so next we have achievements. So over here in Lord Info, there is a tab called Achievements. These achievements you get for just doing normal things within the game. One is just building your castle. You'll get here Buildmaster, which will give you an HP boost, as well as damage taken reduced when you're defending. So each one of these different achievements will give you different skills, and you get them different stats, and you get them just by doing normal things in the game. All right. Also here within your Lord Info, you have access to an area called emblems, and so these emblems you get just from normal quests. There's no reason to buy emblems. You will get them as you go along, and the longer you play, especially later in the game, 6 months in and more, you'll get access to more and more and more of the materials that you need to build your emblems, and each one of them gives statistics. All right, next, over with your equipment. Go back here in the castle. Oops, if I can click it. Go back here in the castle and over in your blacksmith. Once you get to castle level 25, you get your blacksmith up to level 25, you'll see this enhance show up. And so once you have equipment that is level 25, you'll be able to enhance it. And when you enhance it, you get these stats at the bottom. Damage increased when attacking by 11.8%. Infantry defense plus 6%. Cav HP plus 6%. Each piece of gear that is level 25 and above will give you the ability to enhance. Enhancement is a very difficult thing to get. You can get some of the obsidian that you need from, I believe it's here in the Infinite Wars shop. It's rather expensive when it comes to what you need here. So you can get 20 for 4,000 of your coins here, your courage coins. And you can do that once a week. And it takes 25 to get the base enhancement for one piece of gear. So it's going to take you a little bit over a week if you're actually doing the event wars. I recommend saving up on those. It is really, really important. Some of the skills that you get there with your enhancements can't be found anywhere else. They're very important. Some of the statistics that I like to focus on with my enhancements, and I don't have them all because it is, again, early, and I just haven't had access to a ton of obsidian. I like to have the damage increase when attacking, and I also like, and I don't have any of them yet, is the reduced damage taken from mages is really important. This is a great place to get that. I believe you can get it in three pieces of gear. Think over 30% reduced damage from coming from mages. So that's a great place to get it. Another place is your military rank. So if you go over to Lord Info and you go within here, as you build up your military rank, you will actually get additional stats here that are good, like max wounded ratio, your army size increase statistics. This is really important. These are really important as you're growing, and you get this from merit that you will get just by doing the Elite Adventures, Elite Wars, Fortress Wars, etc. So just by participating in events in your alliance, you will get merit that then allows you to boost up. All right, so next we're going to talk about the Mystic College. So at Castle Level 31, you'll have a new building show up, and it's called the Mystic College. Within here, click Fortify, and each one of these skills will cost a ton of Azurite. So Azurite's going to be so important as you go along. But you get things like, a really important one for Cav players is this dodge percent. And it allows your Cav to be as good, in some ways better, at least in the early 30s, than your infantry. But in infantry, you will get access as well to increased HP stats, and then infantry take less percentage damage percentage there. That's great. There are a ton of great things that you will have in here. Archers, a really important one is your elite archers here. I'm sorry, that's not it. Is the split arrow, where whenever an archer attacks, it hits 3 different enemies at the same time, which is awesome. All right, so don't forget the Mystic College is a great place to get some additional statistics. You also have a VIP. So VIP up here, as you boost it up, you will get access to different stats. So whenever I get to VIP 8, I will get attack boost 5% to all my troops. I will get additional attack boost. Then at 9, I will get defense boost, and so on and so forth. As you move up, you will get additional statistics. So the last one here, the 21st place to get statistics, and I may be missing one. Please let me know if I'm missing anything. Some of the things you might get from buildings, you can, we're talking about the army size, the marching army size. You actually can get a lot of that just from ranking up your drill grounds. Like whenever I go to the next level here, I will get an additional 64. I'm sorry. I wish. No, whenever I go to 32, I will get an additional 9,000 troops that I can send out in an attack. So there are some that come within your buildings. It's not generally a big source of your statistics though. But another new one that will give you statistics is this new Garden in the Sky. You get it at Castle Level 12, and within here you can get decorations. The decorations, you get a basic one that will give you gather skills. It's the fountain, which is over here. So if I look at the guide over here, the fountain gives you a 1% speed boost for gathering, and you can level these up. Your pavilion gives you an attack boost, and your Griffin Guard gives you an HP boost, and your Dragon Guard gives you attack boost along with some really cool skills. So don't forget the Garden in the Sky. It'll be a really good place to get statistics as you move along. So that's the 21 different places that you can get statistics within the game. If I missed anything else, please let me know. Again, as you're going, the focus needs to be, especially if you're not a big spender, the focus should be getting in a good alliance, getting your gear here for easy stats. It would be your Lord skills. So go just by killing monsters and participating and buying things off of the Infinite Wars shop and the Star Ruin shop, buying additional Lord XP there, you can boost up your Lord really quick. And in addition, another great place that you'll get it from the beginning of the game are all of the events that you have and the quests that you have. So you'll get an event the first 14 days or so. When you go through that, you'll get an event at the beginning that will just kind of give you quests for building and for training troops and killing monsters and that sort of thing. That will give you a lot of the stuff that you need, a lot of Lord XP and some other things. And also the quests here, doing the daily quest will give you access to some materials that you need. So look at this, superior materials for your equipment, your Lord XP, emblems, obsidian, steel, etc. So I hope that this helps. Let me know if you do have any questions. Leave your questions in the comments below the video. And with that, take care.